I've been at this tubing thing for a while now, and with every new upload I get requests to review a whole assortment of stuff, usually shows similar to subjects I've already covered. Yu Yu Hakusho, Good Teacher Zetsubo, The Horror at Camp Jelly Jam, and you've all been extremely loyal in my pursuit of other projects. I legitimately would be nowhere near where I am without all of you beautiful people backing me at every turn. Here's something nobody asked for. Kamichu is a series about an innocent seaside village plagued by an unholy infectious disease bearing certain death wherever it goes. That disease is none other than the infamous Roseus maxillum syndrome, a viral illness that keeps making these fucking pink circles pop up on everyone's face. No band-aids or forehead kisses are strong enough to fix this. This is extinction.
Gesundheit!
Released in 2005, Kamichu is an original anime brought to us by Brains Base and was simultaneously published as a manga in Dengeki Daioh. Using the Japanese religion of Shinto as a foundation, the 16-episode series delivers a romanticized vision of the many spiritual beliefs native to the proud island nation through the most powerful and most influential ideological weapon in the civilized world. Really cute anime girls. Yurie is a clumsy, timid schoolgirl that does terrible in class and does even worse when vying for the attention of her calligraphy-obsessed crush, Genji-kun. Everything changes, however, when she realizes one day that she has become a god. Which is not nearly as interesting as it sounds, since Shinto is a polytheistic religion that includes potentially thousands upon thousands of gods, so it really isn't anything all too special. With her new status as Kami, Yurie is manipulated by her opportunistic friend Matsuri into attracting people to her family's shrine. And aside from that, it's the traditional slice of life experience, where the cast full of middle schoolers lays around while eating sugar and recapitulating their desire to remain friends. See, you're already falling asleep, and I haven't even mentioned the episode where the main character is sick in bed all day. Kamichu, like the many Iyashikei series it shares a genre with, is a show that's all about the atmosphere, pleasant visuals, relaxing music, and a pace so mind-meltingly slow, chronic insomniacs shall be freed of their sleepless curse after only one episode.
Guaranteed!
However, even when the show dips into boring territory, it almost always redeems itself with its fantastical elements. The city that the anime takes place in is inhabited by countless gods of varying shapes, sizes, and personalities, all of them fitting in snugly with the show's mood of whimsical delight and cheeriness. It's a Miyazaki special, minus the airplane autism. The gods are easily the most imaginative part of the show. It's always a joy to scope out the backgrounds and try to figure out what each of their designs represent. There's this great scene where Yurie encounters a trio of gods representing outdated technology, lamenting the invention of super high-tech materials like the VHS tape, which will likely live on for all of time. Did I mention this takes place in the 1980s? You can definitely tell this is the same studio that would later bring us Natsume's Book of Friends, another great show for enjoyers of warm feelings. The animated depiction of the real city of Onomichi is richly detailed with aged architecture and colors, which is a sharp contrast to the vibrant spirits and gods scurrying throughout the streets and rooftops. But all of that's just taking place in the background. The real focus here is on the adventures of Yurie and her mutated moe friends like Matsuri, Mitsue, Gintoki, the Burger Girl, and her asshole Ototo who needs to learn some respect for the divine or he's going straight to Japanese hell, or wherever those wacky folk go when they die. I know I've been hyping up this show as nothing but sleep fuel for those in the mood for something comfy and calming. But that's because I haven't told you about the episode where Yurie helps the Japanese government communicate with a crash-landed alien from Mars who the Prime Minister wants to kidnap and hand over to NASA for the sake of diplomatic relations with the United States. Yet one common criticism of Kamichu is its bizarre habit of introducing dramatic tone shifts with the plots for certain episodes. One day, Yurie is debating whether or not it's fair for her to run for student council president. And then on some other day, she's transporting the sentient soul of the sunken battleship Yamato into the inland sea because some old guy felt nostalgic about all the times he torpedoed filthy American scum in World War II. Yes, that's a thing that happens. What if I told you there is an episode that parodies Fight Club, but with a bunch of cats? And their leader is a cat named Tyler Nearden.
Yanku! Yanku!
Weird shit happens in Kamichu.
Oh yeah! Rock and roll! Beast! Oh, more! Come on, baby!
大丈夫お父さん、お医者さん呼ぶ？
Kamichu is a show that has forgettable lows, but unforgettable highs. That first episode and its hilariously silly image of Typhoon Yurie has not left my mind since I first saw it years ago. And despite its inconsistent tone and quality, I can say with certainty that the entire climax of the show is terrific. The whole town praying for Yurie to succeed in confessing her love and everyone in school lending her support is so teeth-bustingly sweet it makes me smile more than I'd ever allow any of you sick bastards to see. And in between all those adorable moments, and what the fuck am I even watching anymore moments, there's a gem from the golden age of slice of life anime that has love poured into every piece of background art and character animation, with each small detail focused on the objective of leaving you 100% satisfied with your viewing experience by the time the credits roll. Bored to tears, or sufficiently entertained, you can expect to feel more relaxed than you could ever want when it's over. And that should about do it. If any of you were in desperate need of screen-induced serotonin and also wanted something a little more classic, then once again I have descended from my throne to feed your starving mouths with my teats of knowledge. I'll admit I only really felt like covering this because nobody's fucking discussing Kamichu anymore. Most likely because there was another show about a teenage goddess that came out a year afterwards. And that one kind of erased the relevance of anything that came before it. But that's all water under the bridge. Kamichu is really good. Well, that's not a good description. Kamichu is what the messed up world around us could be if we set aside our differences and devoted our lives to the worship of adorable, short-haired, perma-blushing schoolgirls with mouths shaped like this. All this time, the secret to everlasting world peace has stood right in front of our unbelieving eyes. Also, this is the cutest ED ever made. Oh my god, look at them go!